Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. The pass rush closing in. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
He makes the grab. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Now rolling out to his left. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44.
Well, the option keeper here for a big game for this Texas A&M quarterback. And reminiscent of a guy like Johnny Manziel, who could do so much damage when he played for Texas A&M. But they've had others going back to Bucky Richardson. How about Reggie Papillo? Great history and tradition at College Station with those athletic.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. First down, looking to throw the football. Defense is coming after him. Grab down the middle. It's Estrada. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. Touchdown, A&M. Strong game by this quarterback. You come out in the playoff game, for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he gets it out to the 28, tackled right there. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running out of time in the pocket. Looking to scramble now, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defense does a great job here of pressuring the quarterback, but I got to give the quarterback a lot of credit. Instead of taking a negative play, he shows you his athletic ability and fights out and gets all the way back to the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's second down. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He's going to lose yardage there. Forced out of bounds. Great play by the defense.
Well, it's another sack for this defense, Chris. If I'm not mistaken, they've had a lot of pressures. I think that's their second sack of this game. And this defense has a lot to do with why they have this nice lead here early in the game.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He pulls in the catch. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. He's escaping the pocket now. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Now moving the receiver now before the snap. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And looking to throw now on first down. The pocket breaking down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
He'll hand it off. Fights through a tackle.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Back to throw again. And the ball is picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Looking to pass here on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Bama.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Extra point try coming now. And it's up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle made at the 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Play action here on first down. Quick throw over the middle, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Moving right through the contacts. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, drops back, bringing pressure. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, tie. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he'll be stopped short of... Yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Nice first down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat, gets a good push, and once again, you see the history and tradition of Texas A&M with a great back.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on the receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
They're trying to run it with the option. Oh, and a fumble here. Can you believe it? They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
And this quarterback is a stud. I looked at him all week and thought he had a chance to light up the scoreboard. But if the defense can put that kind of pressure on him, that's how you slow him down today.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? First play of the drive, they look to the right.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
It's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The pass is intercepted. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender. He throws the interception.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. The coordinator moves to a heavy blitz look here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Touchdown, Alabama. This offense cannot be stopped. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
They'll tackle him at the 27.
Well, I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
He'll ride the back again here. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this third and short. See what you can do from here.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Lets it go quickly. It's a bullet, but incomplete.
They don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
And it's complete downfield. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Huge gain here by Texas A&M on a perfectly thrown ball and a great play by the wide receiver on the back end. These Texas A&M receivers can hurt you with their speed and execution when they get the ball thrown downfield.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Finds room at the 30. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On first down, it's play action. He's running out of time here. And that's incomplete, even on a first down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure. The Aggies come to the line in the hurry up.
Man, the quarterback got nailed there, Chris. We'll have to take another look. He gets the ball out, but he took a big hit. This offensive line has got to do a better job at taking care of their superstar if they want to have a chance to win this game.
And the Aggies looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This one is right through.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Gets some space around the 30. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to extend the play. Lets it go on the move. Launching deep. Explosive play, and the offense will set up now inside the 30-yard line.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Receiver makes the grab.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated and get the ball in his hands, you do it.
A completion makes it 2nd and short. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Looking to chuck it again. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. Short throw to the sidelines, that's enough to pick up the first down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called a duck strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket. Under pressure, just lets it go. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. The sophomore able to get home with the sack. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that 3rd down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's 4th down and long.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create.
And the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off and try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Big gain. Catch made at the 30. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Breaks free. And it's incomplete even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Aggies.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now, he's executing. We're only in the 2nd quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here with the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Hit just as he throws the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the...
The QB throws his third pick of the day. Going the other way, can they stop him? And the defender will step out of bounds after the pick to wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Aggies will kick this away to begin the second half. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to stretch the lead and build momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it. Looking to throw it on first down. Contact as he let the ball go. And he throws his third interception of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, your best player's got to make big plays in these kind of moments, and that's what happened right here with this defensive back. The offense in a tie game in the red zone, looking at points, and instead, the defense with the interception. In a tie game, their offense now has the ball.
Looking for 6. Touchdown, A&M. That puts them on top in the second half.
That is great job here by this offense, taking advantage of a big opportunity provided to them by their own defense after that turnover. And why wait? They get aggressive, make the throw, and it pays off for a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. The pass rush closing in. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Man, how do you like to be the offensive coordinator for this team right now, with the offensive line coach trying to come up with any answer at all to deal with this pass rush? That's 5 sacks now in this game. They cannot seem to stop this pressure from this defense.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Chris, how about this? There's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket and away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards and that first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He's stopped, but he gets a first down. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, looking to throw, looking to scramble. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, and we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. It can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
All of this pressure and sacks are starting to impact this quarterback. You can sense that internal timer is sped up a bit more than usual.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Got him. He's sacked.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
They've converted 1 of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain. Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. So off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. And the wideout goes in motion. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Look at this. He'll go deep again. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
Oh, man, this defense, I think, completely got fooled here. Clearly expecting a run, and all it took was one guy out of place to go from thinking about a punt return opportunity to prepping for a goal line stand.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense.
They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack.
Chris, third down here, they throw the football, which I have no problem with down inside his 10-yard line. But the big thing is the quarterback has got to do a better job working through his progressions to give himself a chance. The last thing he wants to do is take a sack, and now they're facing fourth down. Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
The back's got it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. After the first down loss, it's second and long from the 17. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He pulls in the catch. Breaks free. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Bama. Just ran away from the defense.
This receiver is putting on a show today. That is 3 trips to the end zone already. And based on how this defense is playing against him, this may not be the last time we see him in the end zone today.
And now they'll set up for the point after. PAT is good, so they lead the shootout now 35-31. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. The last drive was a little demoralizing. They stalled and then missed a field goal. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands. I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Okay, now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
He's moving out of the pocket now. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted. Take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quick throw to the left side, and he's got it. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
He's looking for that deep completion. I love the chunk play. I love the idea of being aggressive. They just come up empty.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Running out of time in the pocket. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Now here's the toss play. Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, tie. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
They're set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. Second down after that previous play. Receiver in motion now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's going to take another shot right here. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Oh, my gosh. At this point, this offensive coordinator has to consider going to the backup. This defense is baiting him into coverage, and he continues to throw these interceptions.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some, and he'll loft it to the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Man, if I'm this offense, Chris, I stay aggressive. I know they didn't connect there, but keep testing this defense. Keep challenging them, because if you do connect on that one, it could be a game-breaking play.
He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that,
The defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be first and goal from the 1.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. And the quarterback dropping back. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
The D coordinator showing heavy blitz pre-snap. On third and go, he's going to try to throw for it. The pocket breaking down. And the defense closes in quickly to stop him short of the goal line.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
But the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? He's going to bring up third down. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that's going to be a safety.
Oh, this one hurts, Chris. Right when it looks like you have a chance to get back into this game. Now, keep in mind, even though you've given up a safety, it's still a one-possession game. Now you have to kick this ball off to your opponent. It's going to come down to, can your defense make a stop to give your offense a chance again?
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down trot. Can they get something going here? First down, looking to throw the football. He's escaping the pocket now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
It's caught downfield. They finally go down, but it's a first down and much more. Great game on the play.
How about about that play call here, Chris? I mean, I'm thinking they're going to run the football and continue to work this clock. This gives you an idea how much confidence they have in their passing game and this quarterback being able to throw the football with the lead in the fourth quarter, completion, and you're able to keep that clock moving.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Well, the offense has done a nice job of moving themselves down in this area to give themselves a chance. But, man, the quarterback's got to continue to make good decisions and not put the ball in harm's way.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the 1st down marker.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the 1st down, but he gave him a shot. He'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
Leading here in the 4th quarter to keep the offense on the field, trying to stretch the lead and keep possession. Crucial play here. They go to the air. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A crushing play. And he's got some open field ahead. He's at the 50. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Aggies.
Wow, this is a risky throw here. It's so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception because sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
And knock through the BAT and claim a 1-point lead here in the final quarter. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Chris, I think the pressure is taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. Scrambles out of bounds to avoid contact. He's going to be short of the marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner and picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. The shotgun running play call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Touchdown, Crimson Tide, to take the lead in the final minute.
Oh, man, I think the defense was so caught up with their eyes on the quarterback, they completely lose the running back out of the backfield. Nice job by the play caller here of getting the ball out to the running back instead of the receiver for the touchdown.
Now they'll go for a two-point conversion. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he makes it into the end zone for the two-point conversion. That makes it a touchdown lead. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop on this final drive. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Off the play fake on first down. He'll be taken down. The defense rises up with a sack at a crucial moment. And the offense will spend a timeout. Just 14 seconds left on the clock. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Not much on return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is